We welcome you to Los Angeles. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Towing the slab in today's game, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And Singy, he's one of the most dominant arms in all of baseball.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Steven Kwan, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1.
I think he wanted that call on the upper part of the zone, but just didn't get it. Now he's just trying to get a better feel for how much it missed so he can adjust his sights just a little bit.
The 1-0. Tap foul at the plate. In the air, left field. And there's one away. Here's the Guardians lineup now. And Singy, you have to think this lefty-heavy lineup is ready to eat in this one with a righty on the hill.
Eat it is, Boog. So many lefties just feel more confident with the righty pitching, giving them that little edge. Doesn't always play out that way in the box score, though, so we'll see what happens in this game.
Chase DeLauder, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
That clips the corner. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 2 down.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
2 down, base is empty. Now it's Jose Ramirez. That one catches the zone. Strike 1. Fastball for a strike.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Two down, nobody on. Stays alive. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Smith gathers, throws. That completes the strikeout, inning over. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Chavez Ravine. And on the mound in this one, Gavin Williams. What do you look for here?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swinging a foul straight back. Williams making his first start of the year. A former first-round pick in 2021. Comes up empty. Fights it off. He'll see another. High fly ball, right field. DeLauder coming on. He's got it. One down. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. And with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, with an ace on the bump, it's crucial not to become complacent. This lineup still has a job to do if they're going to come away with a win.
Kyle Tucker now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there.
Ball one.
Check swing, but he went too far. And the count 1-2. King Tuck goes down on strikes.
Well, that's such a critical pitch in terms of execution right there. The pitcher has to finish it. Otherwise, probably gets hit pretty hard. If you leave that out over the plate or you don't get it down enough, quickly turns into something that gets smoked. But if you can place it where he did, it's a really deceptive pitch.
Reaching for it, makes the catch. Scoreless after one. Back here in L.A. On now to the top half of inning number 2. Kyle Manzardo digs in for the Guardians. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. Next offering in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Gary Simmons, our plate umpire today, sort of has a reputation as a pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, a little bit of a wider zone than most, I'd say. And a wide zone can be tough to deal with as a hitter because you have to start expanding what you're looking for, covering both sides. And with the stuff pitchers have today, you're just not going to have a lot of success.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Bo Naylor at the plate now. And the 0-2. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
And here is Daniel Schneemann. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
No score here in the second. Swing and a miss. That is strike two.
All right, there's number 8, 1 away.
Two down, nobody on. Got him! And how about that? It's an immaculate inning.
Well, he's saying, who needs the defense? An immaculate inning. 3 strikeouts, 9 pitches. We just witnessed something really special.
Welcome back to Dodger Stadium, the two-time defending champs, and singing what a year it was in 2025 for LA.
Yeah, incredible. And again, Shohei Ohtani, he just leads all the headlines with what he continues to do and amaze. But, you know, this is a talented ball club, and a lot of people around the league, Boog, would say, well, automatically they're spending so much money, they should win the World Series again. But it's not that easy. I mean, 162-game season, there's some things, you know, internally that have to take place on a day-to-day basis to keep everybody on the same page to ultimately hoisting that trophy at the end of the season.
This one in the air, right field. Out, number 2.
Batting 6th, third baseman, Max Muncy.
Max Muncy at the dish. Big time power. And first offering is fouled off. Hard ground ball, base knock. And that extends the inning.
Batting 7th, left
Here's
fielder,
Teoscar Hernandez.
Teoscar Hernandez.
And that one fouled off. Liner snagged at first. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here at Dodger Stadium. So in now for Cleveland, Gabriel Arias. Here comes the 0-1. Late on that fastball. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Ball one there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Let's go, 1-2 now. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 1-2. Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
Now here is C.J. Kafis. And
Nope.
ball 1.
Ball 1.
That's in for a strike. Top of the third, no score. And there's a foul ball. Another one, and that makes it 7 consecutive strikeouts.
Quite the start to this game on the mound, looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Here's Brian Rocchio.
Hey!
Rocchio wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And the strike is overturned after review. They'll keep both their challenges. Two down, nobody on. And it's fouled away. Here's a 1-1. And a foul ball. That one just misses.
That's inside.
Ball 2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Here's the 2-2. Just
Inside
off
ball.
the inside edge. And that's another strikeout. 8 in a row. Unbelievable. 9 straight retired here to start the game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at Chavez Ravine. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pajes.
Andy Pajes.
That one fouled off.
You know, these Dodgers, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Slings to
Got
first. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
I mean, we're already about halfway into this game, and his pitch count is ridiculously low. They're giving away quick outs over and over again.
Miguel Rojas at the plate. First offering way inside, almost got him. Into center. That one gets down for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
He made that look easy, keeping his bat in the zone on plane for a long time. That leads to a high contact rate and more barrels, Boog. Even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. And a swing and a miss there.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
Out towards left center. Kwan should have this one. He's got it. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Dodgers, right fielder Kyle Tucker.
Here's Kyle Tucker. His first at bat was a strikeout. towards left center field. That's well struck. That one carrying. And brings it in at the wall. One hit, one left. 3 innings complete. No score. Back here in L.A., here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Stephen Kwan.
You know, these Guardians just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone?
Yep,
we'll
that
see,
ball went
but
out.
I think they have to.
The 1-1.
Ball.
And strike 2. Now one
That's a ball.
missed. In the air, right side. Tucker moving back for this one. Stretches out and hauls it in.
Up next for Cleveland, right fielder Chase DeLauder.
Chase DeLauder digs in for the Guardians.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Ball inside.
The Guardians hitless so far in the game.
Well, he
No,
looks
that's
more
down.
focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
This one in the air, center field. Pajes settles under it. 2 down.
Up next for Cleveland, the designated
Here's Jose
hitter,
Ramirez. He's 0 for 1. Right through there for a strike.
Ball, that's inside.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Here's a 1-2. And they'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. And a good eye there.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That's off the inside corner. Ball 3.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Payoff pitch. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Now he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
3-2 now. Got him swinging for the strikeout. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. So 12 up, 12 down to begin the ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Bottom 4, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts.
Shortstop, Mookie Betts.
Gets the strike. That was the sweeper.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
Snags it on the run, and there's 1 down.
Up next for the Dodgers.
So now it's Freddie Freeman. Flied to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. And that one is lifted in the air. Kwan settles underneath it. 2 up, 2 down.
Up next for the Dodgers, catcher Will.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. He's 0 for 1.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
The 0-2. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. A solo shot. The Dodgers strike first. It's 1-0.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in the spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
So 2 down. Here comes that funky Muncy to the plate. Muncy hits one in the air. Kwan gets under it. And that is that. So the Dodgers strike first on the solo jack. It's now 1-0. Back here at Dodger Stadium, we go to the top of the 5th. Kyle Mansardo digs in for the Guardians.
You know, these Guardians, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. They're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
It's through for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next for Cleveland,
And here's the catcher, Bo Naylor. Struck out swinging his first time. And that one fouled off. This one driven deep center field on its way. Home run. He'll touch them all. And the Guardians jump in front. It's 2-1. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth.
Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Here's the third baseman, Daniel Schneemann.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Hey!
Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And, you know, pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
Next to hit, Gabriel Arias. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
Yeah!
Two runs across in the inning, and we're at the top of the fifth. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
I'm not saying it wasn't a strike or, you know, it was a ball, whatever, but just the location with that velocity. It's hard enough to, even if the velocity's not great, but that velocity, that location, tip your cap.
Two outs, base is empty. Stepping up for the Guardians, C.J. Kafis. And first offering is fouled off. Swings through that one.
He was really trying to stay back for something off speed. That's why he was so tardy on that swing.
And
That's
1-2.
0-2 count. You got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
2 down, nobody on. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. On the ground.
Nope.
And it
Foul
goes just foul. 1-2. Strike three. Yoshinobu gets the K. Dodgers claw back a bit with this homer. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Back here at Chavez Ravine, we head to the bottom of the fifth. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Turned on, but foul wide of third.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Swing and a ball popped up. Rocchio gets there. He's under it. 1 away.
Up next for the Dodgers, center fielder Andy Pajes.
And now, Andy Pajes. 0 for 1 so far. So the Dodgers are going to have to try and come from behind and try and get that offense going. This one in the air, center field. Kwan in position, and there's 2 down.
Up next for the Dodgers, second
Now it's the second baseman, Miguel Rojas. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Dave Roberts turning to his bench for a new bat. Alex Freeland trying to get something going for him with 2 away. Alex Freeland, the next to hit, takes ball 1. That's in there. That's strike 1. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. That is the inning. Dodgers go down quietly. They're down. Back here in LA. Close game here, and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one. Brian Rocchio digs in for the Guardians.
Second baseman, Brian Rocchio.
And that one wrapped foul. 0-1. Hit in the air, left field. And a quick out, number 1.
Up next for Cleveland, center fielder.
So the Guardians lineup turns over. Stephen Kwan getting ready to hit. And that one fouled off.
Ball 1.
Late with the swing there. That smash towards center. And a base hit. And that's a 1-out single.
Up next for
Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
So up next, Chase DeLauder. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
Hey, 2.
Battling here as he fouls it away. 0-2 now. Right side, Tucker settles under this one, and there are 2 down.
Up next for Cleveland, the designated hitter, Jose Ramirez.
So digging in, Jose Ramirez. And he gets tied up right there.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
Just
that's a ball.
Swinging a foul straight back. The 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Quan off of first with 2 away. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. And a 1-2 again. On the ground at first. And that's just foul. Another 1-2. And there's the ball.
Ball 2.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Center field, Pajes settles underneath it, and that'll do it. Guardians leave 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Back here in LA, now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani.
Hard ground ball, base knock. And the tying run is on base.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. And fouled off. The Dodgers with the tying run on at first here in the bottom of the 6th.
Outside, that's a ball.
Now quick throw to first.
Hey.
Ohtani back in. Shohei on the go. Pitch misses. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
Looks like the base runner had a pretty good feel on the pitcher's move. After that pick over, seemed to settle in, and he took off right away. Nice job of stealing second right there.
Brings it in. Runner tags at second.
Up next for the Dodgers, shortstop Mookie.
Mookie Betts digging in a huge spot.
A lot of ways to tie this game. It's all about finding the right pitch to drive. If you see it, attack it.
Line drive, and this one looks like trouble. The run scores from third. It's 2-2. And he's into second base with 1 away as the go-ahead run.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. And it's fouled off. Runner at second here, one gone. Oh, what a stop. To his knee, the throw, and they get the out.
Well, with the runner in scoring position right there on second base, that dive prevents a run, but on top of it, you get an out. I'd be happy with just preventing a run. Nice job right there.
Number 76, Alex Freeland.
Go ahead run on base. Will Smith to the plate.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat. I feel with the way that Will Smith is able to handle the bat, control the bat head, he's very capable of finding green space and driving in that run.
Into the outfield, base hit. Runner from third comes across. It's an RBI single. 3-2, they take the lead.
Big swing of the bat right there to give him the lead. That was clutch. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
2 outs, runner on first. Max Muncy steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Back to the mound, he's got it. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. We're through 6 full. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Guardians 2. Back here at Dodger Stadium, we go to the top of the 7th. Kyle Mansarda digs in for the Guardians. Alex Vesia gets the call from the pen.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Hey!
Swings through that. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. I mean, you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
And now, Bo Naylor.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
Ball.
Looking to get the tying run on base.
Hey!
Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. And the count is 1-1. Vesia goes 6'1". He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup.
That's ball
that
2.
misses. Ball 2. Next offering is fouled back. Gets a piece and stays alive. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Chance to strike out the side now. And you talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Schneemann in the box again. Takes the strike.
Ball.
The Dodgers trying to hold a one-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7.
That's ball 2.
That's down and in. Out towards right center field. Pajes on the move to the gap. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. And that is that. The Guardians go down in order. They're down 3-2.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Parker Messick. This is his first appearance of the season. And now Teoscar Hernandez.
Left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Outside with a breaking ball. Cleveland has some action going in their pen. Sean Armstrong, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Holderman also throwing. The lefty, the 1-0. Ripped on a line. And there's one down.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Have to say, he's one of the most impressive young players I've seen in recent years.
Well, no question about it. His future is very bright. The city, the organization, both are excited about him. He has a lot to look forward to.
That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Alex Freeland, the next to hit. Fly to center his first time. Backed off the plate that time. High fly ball out towards left field. That one back there, and foul as it bangs off the fence. Line drive, base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now one out.
He was all over that one. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Very big at bat coming up as Shohei Ohtani steps into the box. 1 for 3. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Brings it back on a leaping catch. Wow. Tags up from second, and he'll head to third.
Well, he just took one away from one of the best in the league. It's not going to happen very often, but when you get the opportunity, better make the play, and he did right there.
And now a very big at bat for Kyle Tucker. 0 for 3 in this one. Ripped to right. And that's the third out. Dodgers strand a couple, but they're up 3-2. Back here at Chavez Ravine. For the top of the 8th, Gabriel Arias digs in for the Guardians. It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Alex Vesia gives way, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. Jack Dreyer comes on now. He's making his second appearance of the season. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
I'd say that stayed in the tunnel for a long time. No chance of even fouling it off.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout.
Oh, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. He'll have some adjustments to make.
So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Angel Martinez looking to start something with 1 gone. Angel Martinez stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Late on that fastball.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Fouled off. He was late. The Dodgers holding on to a 1-run lead, and we're at the top of the 8th. Stays alive. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That one a little bit high. Ball 2.
Really good 2-strike pitch right there. Surprised he was able to spit on that thing.
Swings and misses. Struck him out. Coming out of the bullpen throwing beat.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your bullpen arm when you roll them out there to start a new inning, hold on to a small lead. Just such a stabilizing effect. And not only get the first 2 hitters, but to strike them out. That gives everyone on defense a big boost of confidence.
And up next for Cleveland, Brian Rocchio. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So the tying run reaches with 2 away.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Back to the top of the order. Here's the center fielder, Stephen Kwan.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
But with the tying run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base.
Nope.
Well, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity, try to get a rollover, something on the ground, stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Ball to strike. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
Ball 2.
In the dirt. Runner holds tight as the count moves to 2-2. Just misses with that one.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
And here's a 3-2. Got him swinging for the K.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Now pitching for
Back
Cleveland.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth. Sean Armstrong. This is his third time out this year. Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate. Known for his late inning heroics.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Ground ball left side. Whips it to first. One pitch and one out.
Up next for the Dodgers, first baseman.
Here is Freddie Freeman. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Now a screamer into the outfield. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first, heading for 2. Into second, and he's got a double.
Waste no time there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
One out. Runner at second. The batter now will be Will Smith.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
This one high in the air to left center. Quan takes it in for the out. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Dodgers, third baseman, Max.
Here comes Max Muncy. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. So a change being made out at second. Dodgers bring in a pinch runner. Alex Call. He gets the intentional walk here and now will force at any base with 2 gone. And here comes Teoscar Hernandez for a critical at bat.
Teoscar Hernandez.
Up the middle. Arias. The flip. Nicely done for the out. Dodgers strand a couple. And it remains a 3-2 ball game. Last chance coming up for the Guardians. Now into the ball game on defense. Dalton rushing. He takes over as the new first baseman. Well, 1-run game. Stepping up for the Guardians. Chase DeLauder. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Little chopper rolls foul. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-1. A little bit low. Fastball for a strike. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Next is the designated hitter, Jose. And I think Dave Roberts is coming out of the dugout. And that one fouled off. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Foul ball, still 0-2. Ball one there. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The Dodgers trying to close out a 1-run lead here at the top of the 9th. Fights it off. You'll see another. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Betts whips it to first. Now only 1 out remaining.
Up next for Cleveland, first baseman Kyle Manzardo.
Kyle Manzardo digs in for the Guardians.
So many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
1 strike away. That one outside. And the count 1-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Got him, and that's the ball game.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
3-2 the final score. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.